Good morning everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and I hope everybody's alright. I'm fine, thank you, apart from forgetting my bloody selfie stick, which I'm really annoyed about. But I'm at a place anyway in the Peak District. It's you'll probably guess by the pub opposite. It's a place called Monsal Head, and I wanted to do some drone footage around here today really. So I'm hoping it's a little bit windy. I'm having to hold my camera in my hand as opposed to my selfie stick, but you know, these things are sent to triers, aren't they? So yeah, we've got the Monsalhead Hotel just over there, which to be honest, I don't know whether it's open or not, really, generally speaking. It may well be shut at the moment, it may open, I don't know, but there's a couple of car parks you can park in. There's one just over there, just past the toilets, and then there's also one on the corner just there as well. So there's plenty of places to park, but I wanted to come here for a while because it's a really picturesque place to come, and you'll see why in a bit if you've not seen it before. And like I say, I want to try and get the drone up. It's a little bit windy, but we'll see how we go. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you do like it. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and it will be really appreciated to get it out to more and more people and help grow the channel. So anyway, without further ado, let's crack on with it. As you can see, it's can be a little bit busy sometimes with cars and buses coming up and down. And this is what we've come to see just down here, which is this gorgeous old railway viaduct. Doesn't that look absolutely fantastic? And the whole area is quite spectacular, really. So this viaduct is part of an old railway that went between Buxton and Matlock, and it opened in 1863 and was closed in 1968, and it was closed by the old Dr. Beeching, who decided with his cohorts that there were too many railway lines doing not a lot, and he decided to close a lot of them, and this happened to be one of them. So a few years later it opened up as a footpath, which you know, is a nice advantage of it closing down, I suppose. It'd be nice to still have the railway, but yeah, I want to get down there and see if we can take some nice drone footage. So anyway, let's take the footpath. We're going to take, there's a couple of footpaths here. There's one to Ashford Monsaldale, there's one to Upperdale and the Monsal Viaduct. So we'll take this one. We'll have a little walk down here. Now, some of you may know I do like to comment on ease of access for places. Now, down this particular footpath, as you can see, it's not particularly easy for anybody really, let alone people with any disability. So just bear that in mind. You could walk down the road, you can get a wheelchair down the road and what have you and drive down the road, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, as always, when you go anywhere nowadays, it is quite busy. This is a Wednesday, and there's already plenty of people here. It never ceases to amaze me how many people are off work. I mean, I'm retired, I've got an excuse, but yeah, I wonder whether anybody works nowadays really. But anyway, so we've taken that path, what we saw before, and we're turning left down this other path. It is well signposted, so this is the path that we're heading down now, which takes us down to the viaduct. Now, I don't know whether it takes us onto the top of the viaduct or underneath it. I'm not entirely sure. Now I'm just looking down at the bottom. It does actually look like it takes us onto the top of the viaduct, so that's looking pretty handy. That I'm pleased about that. I didn't want to be having to faff about too much, although there are plenty of other nice places around here to have a look at. So we're just coming down to the bottom of that path now, and it has brought us actually onto the Monsal Trail. Now this railway line, there's quite some decent history about it actually. I was reading up on the... oh, there's the tunnel there actually. So that tunnel heads right through to Bakewell eventually. And I remember as a kid it was actually closed, you couldn't walk through it, but you can actually walk through it now. I'm not going to go through it today, but yeah, quite impressive. And yeah, as I was saying, I was reading on the internet that the Duke of Devonshire didn't want this railway line to go across or through his property, so he decided to he refused permission, and the railway line had to actually go up above his property, which is why the railway line is, if you look at Bakewell, it actually goes above Bakewell. And I thought that was quite interesting. He didn't want it to go through his property. And the Duke of Rutland, who owns Haddon Hall, Duke of Devonshire owns Chatsworth, by the way. So yeah, Haddon Hall, he didn't want to see the railway line from his property, so he said to them that they have to build a tunnel to be able to build the railway line, which I thought was quite hilarious as well, especially when you find out that they actually built the station of a more sort of ornate nature, because that's what he wanted, because he wanted to use the train. So he wanted to use the train, but didn't want to have to look at it out of his bedroom window. So yeah, quite amusing. But yeah, this is the view you get from the actual viaduct here. Absolutely brilliant. Look at that. That's fantastic, isn't it? And we'll go and have a look at the other side. So where we've just walked from is up at the top there. And this is the other side of the viaduct with the river going down in the bottom there. So yeah, amazing view. We'll see if we can get somewhere down the bottom. There is a footpath actually just down there, so we will actually see. Again, I do apologise about having to turn the camera around perhaps a little bit weirdly, but not having a selfie stick is a little bit awkward. But yeah, we'll see about getting down the bottom and taking a little bit of footage from down there somewhere. And I know a little bit further up there are some nice river areas as well. So anyway, I'm going to have a look at getting the drone out, and we'll catch you in a bit. So I managed to actually get some drone footage from the top of the viaduct. I don't know what it's like, a little bit windy, so it may be a bit shaky, a bit difficult to sort it out. It's been quite busy on here as well, but hopefully there's some decent footage. I'm just going to work my way down to the bottom now, which if we have a look over here, it's just down there, and it's a nice river down there. See if we can get some more drone footage from down on the grass there around the river area. So yeah, just continuing to walk along the path from the viaduct, and this is away from the tunnel, and I'm hoping there's a path on the left just coming up that we can actually take. I'll just make a point, people, if you do come down this path down towards the river like I showed you on the previous clip, it's quite treacherous. This rock is really slippy. This shiny stuff here, and it's got like a blacky bluey kind of tinge to it, and it's really slippy. So yeah, not the easiest at all. And I was going to put some hiking shoes on, but decided to put my trainers on, and kind of wish I'd put my hiking shoes on now, really, because I've been slipping and sliding all over. But anyway, we're just about down now. I'll just show you the viaduct from down below. Now I was going to take the drone through the actual arches, but I noticed on the camera that there's actually some, I don't know if you can see those on this camera, but there's actually some kind of wire that's across the arches, with a bit of a shame. I could go underneath, I suppose. Let's go and have a look. Just have a quick look at this sign here. So this is just showing us basic information about the various wildlife that's here, which is what you normally get in these sorts of areas. Quite a narrow little stile to get through. Don't make them very big, do they? Well, yeah, here's a shot from underneath. It's quite a spectacular looking viaduct, isn't it? Must have cost the earth. I didn't find out how much it actually cost to do this, but yeah, it must have actually cost the earth to build this. And some lives, I would imagine, as well, as these things usually did in those days. So I'm going to see if I can get a little bit more footage going through these arches, and then we're going to move on a bit. So I'm just walking back down from the viaduct, and I don't know if you can hear some rushing water. There is one or two little water features down here which look quite nice and quite refreshing on a hot summer's day as well. So we're going to the first one here, which is a weir just over there, and there's a sign here. I thought we might be able to get onto this bit here, but we can't. But there is a sign saying it's dangerous, so we can see it there. So we'll continue down a little bit more. I'm not going to go too far down the path. I want to get off and get somewhere else today if I can. But yeah, look at that. That's quite spectacular, isn't it? That looks really cool. It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it's a really lovely area down here. And I can't remember how far it goes on for. I thought this was actually it for where I want to get to, but it seems like, as ever with my quests, it goes on for a bit longer than I anticipate. The water is so clear. The water is really clear. Have a look at that. This is the River Wye, by the way. It's the Wye Valley, and it's the one that runs through Bakewell. But yeah, the water's so clear. It's really good. As I say, we've had a lot of dry weather lately. There's still a lot of water in the river. There really is. Another shot of the weir from where we are. There's the one problem with this camera I've noticed. I'm using the DJI Osmo 5. It tends to make things look a bit smaller when you have it on the wide mode. That's the only problem with it. But I do quite like the wide mode because it does get a bit more in. I might try 1 or 2 videos on the standard mode, but yeah, that's the only problem. So when I'm showing a feature, it doesn't particularly show up well because it obviously makes it look smaller. Nice little pleasant spot here. Have a nice picnic. So I've tried walking down this path a little bit further, but I keep thinking I can hear water running over large rocks and stuff. And when I get there, it is running over some rocks, but it's just a bog standard part of the river, really. So I'm going to have a look at that another day, perhaps. My main focus today was really having a look around the viaduct area. So I'm working my way back up there, and we'll walk under the viaduct this time and work our way around the bottom of the dale, and then back up to where the Monsal Head hotel is. So it's a nice little path though, this. Just spin it round for you. It's a beautiful walk down here, it really is. An absolutely fantastic walk. It's funny how I so miss my selfie stick. I've got so used to it over the weeks I've been doing this that yeah, I just so miss it. It's actually a little bit easier if I hold it in my left hand, I've noticed. I don't tend to find that with the selfie stick, but holding the camera sort of naked in my hand, as it were. Not me naked, you understand. Yeah, it just seems to feel better, really. And what did I say about it being a lovely spot for a picnic, guys? I don't know whether you can see them behind, but well, yeah, I told you so. That's quite an interesting little area down here. I've just come back up to that big weir that we saw earlier. You can see it over my shoulder there. And yeah, there's just 1 or 2 bits and bobs around here. I've no idea what they are. They're obviously some way of controlling the water flow, I would imagine. And there's a couple of tunnels up there as well, which would possibly be used for something. Whether they're connected to that, I don't know. But yeah, I managed to get down here. There's a couple down here earlier on, but they've gone now. So I thought I'd just have a pop down and have a look. And it's yeah, quite spectacular. Well, we just made it back to the viaduct, and yeah, it was a fair old trek. It was a bit longer than I wanted to go, but que sera. And I'm just sort of taking the longer route back up to the Monsal Head, which is at the top where we started. So I can't say I've ever been down this bit before, but I am assuming that. I'm just checking my mic's on. Actually, it is on. Sorry about that, guys. It had turned off earlier on. I set off doing a piece and I wasn't recording anything. So yeah, I'm assuming there'll be some sort of bridge further up, but I don't know. We'll have to go and see. It really is a marvellous area around here. It's absolutely gorgeous. Spot on. Can't beat it. I can see a bridge. So that should take us over to the road. Unfortunately, I think we'll have to walk up the actual road itself on the way back, which I'm obviously not going to film because it won't be very interesting. Yeah, so we just come to the bridge here. Just be able to get across this, I hope, and then over to the other side, and as I said, back up the road. So guys, I think I'm going to call it a day at that. We've got some fantastic drone footage, hopefully, fingers crossed, and we've had a fantastic walk down the river and a good look at the viaduct as well at Monsal Head. So if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does help the channel. Please subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything at all. Just click the button and you'll get to see more of my videos. And click the notification bell and drop a comment as well. Don't forget to drop those comments because they also help the channel. It's nice to talk to people as well, see what you think about things, see how you think I'm doing the videos, whether you're enjoying them, whether you're not, if there's anything I can improve or whatever. I don't mind. I'm quite thick-skinned, but obviously, you know, keep it nice. And anyway, we will catch you on the next one. So take care and bye for now.